Hey coders, welcome back to Code Streak Daily. Today we are going to solve the Leetcode's problem. So here we have a problem, longest happy string, and it's a medium level difficulty problem. So let me read out the description. A string S is called happy if it satisfies the following conditions. Okay, there are certain conditions are given. It must satisfy the following conditions. S contains only letters A, B, and C. Okay, and S does not contain any of AAA, BBB or CCC as a substring. That means any character should not be repeated three times. And S contains at most A occurrence of the A letter, and S contains at most B occurrences of the letter B, and S contains at most C occurrences of the letter C. Okay, given three integers A, B, and C, return the longest possible happy string. If there are multiple longest happy strings, return any one of them. If there is no such string, return the empty string. Okay, a substring is a contiguous sequence of a characters within a string. Okay, this is the definition of the substring, right? So here we have input A equals to 1, B equals to 1, and C equals to 7. So here we also have a condition that any character should not be repeated three times continuously. So it should contains either A or AA, but not AAA. Okay, any character should be repeated only once or twice continuously. Okay, so as you can see here we have A equals to 1, B equals to 1, and C equals to 7, right? So here we are making as CC. Here two C's are completed, and here we have one A and then two C's, so therefore four C's are completed. Then again we have B, then again we have two C's. Okay, then here we have another explanation: CCB, CCA, CC. Actually there should be 7 C's, but here there are 6 C's only, because C should not be repeated thrice, right? So in that case, and we have another example here: A equals to 7, B equals to 1, and here we have output A equals to AA, B, AA only, and here we have C equals to 0. If there was C, then we might have outputs as what we'll say, AAB, AAC, AA, or AAC, AAB, AA, right? These two outputs may be possible, but as you can see here, we have A equals to 7, B equals to 1, and C equals to 0. So in that case, A can be repeated at most 4 times only, because A should not be repeated more than twice. So therefore AA, B, and AA only, that's the correct answer in this case. If C were given, if C was like 1, then we might have the these two outputs: AAB, AAC, AA, or AAC, AAB, AA. Okay, these two might be possible. So today we'll use a greedy algorithm and a heap to build our solution. Okay, and I'll break down the code into small snippets for a better understanding. Don't worry for that. The problem is simple. We need to build the longest happy string under the given conditions. These conditions should be satisfied. Okay, first we need to find a way to always add the most frequent characters without violating the rules. Okay, for that we'll use a heap, right? So let me import the heap first. So I'm importing heap. The import successful. Then we have a class solution and a function longest diverse string. Here we have three integers A, B, and C. We have to return a string. Okay, so here I'm going to create a max heap of tuples for A, B, C, and I'll negate the count to use Python's min heap as a max heap. Okay, I'm using a heap min heap as a max heap. I'm negating the characters to make it as a min heap. Basically I'm using a max heap, but to make it a min heap I'm negating the characters, right? So max heap, I have initialized that. If A is greater than 0, what I'm doing, heap q dot heap push, where I'm pushing max heap, what I'm pushing here, negation A as A. Okay, I hope you understand that, right? Okay, here we have, it takes only two arguments, right? Negation A as A, right? Now we have to do the same for B and C. If B greater than 0, heap Q dot heap push, where you are pushing into the max heap. What you are pushing? Negation B as B. Next, if C greater than 0, heap Q dot heap push max heap negation C as well as C. Okay, I'll explain that. We used a Python's heap queue model to simulate a max heap by pushing the negative counts into a min heap. Why negative counts? Because by default Python's heap is a min heap. So this trick lets us handle the maximum counts as a priority. Okay, we add minus a, minus b, and minus c into the heap if their counts are greater than 0 only. At this point the heap is ready, and we'll use the greedy selector, the next character, to add to the result. Okay, now that we have the heap setup, we'll start building the string by picking the characters and ensuring we don't break no three consecutive letters rule. Okay, as I said, there should not be three consecutive letters, right? So I'm taking an empty list result. um, I'm taking a while loop here, while max heap, because all the characters are stored in the max heap only. So we have to pop the most frequent character. So I'm taking count to 1 and character 1 equals to heap q dot heap pop of max heap, right? So this result list will store our final string. We used a heap q dot heap pop to pick the character with the highest frequency. Since we stored counts as negative, this gives us the max count. This character char1 will be the next character we need to add to the result, but we need to check first if it violates the rule or not. Okay, avoiding the three consecutive identical characters must be followed. Okay, before adding character char1, we need to make sure it won't create three consecutive identical letters. If that's the case, we have to temporarily skip it and use another character instead. Okay, if the last two characters in the result are the same as character 1, we cannot add it directly. Okay, so if length of result is greater than 2, and we have to check the last two characters, right? Result of -1 equal to character 1, and result minus 2 also equals to character 1. Then in that case, if not max heap, no alternative character to add, so we must stop. Okay, we are going to break. Next, we have to pop the next most frequent character. Okay, so for that, count 2 and character 2 heap q dot heap pop of max heap. Okay, then we are going to add the character 2 to the result. So I'm adding result dot append of character 2. If there are still remaining character 2 characters, we are going to push it to the heap. Okay, so we are checking if count 2 plus 1 not equals to count 2 sorry count 2 plus 1 not equals to 0. What you are doing? Heap q dot heap push max heap comma count 2 plus 1 as well as character 2. We have pushed the character 1 back to the heap since we did not add it yet. Okay, so now heap q dot heap push max heap count 1 and character 1. Okay, so I'll explain what we have done till so far. We first check if the last two characters in the result are the same as character 1. If they are, adding another character 1 would violate the rule of repeating the three characters, right? So we temporarily skip it. Instead, we pop the next most frequent character from the heap and add it to the result. After adding that character, if it still has remaining occurrences, we'll push it back to the heap. Finally, we push character 1 back into the heap so we can use it later when we won't break the rules. Okay, next we have else. What we will do? We are going to add character 1 to the result, right? Result dot append character 1. If there are still remaining character 1 characters, we are going to push it back to the heap. Okay, so for that, if count 1 plus 1 not equals to 0, what you are doing? We are pushing, right? Heap q dot heap push. We are pushing max heap count 1 plus 1 and character 1. See, if it is safe to add the character 1, we will append it to the result. Then we will increment count 1. Since we use negative counts, incrementing makes it less negative, and push character 1 back to the heap so we can still use it. This ensures we are always adding the most frequent characters without breaking the happy string rules. Okay, then we are going to return just we are going to use a string join operation result. Okay, so the result is contains our happy string as separate characters. Using the join function of the string converts the list into a string and returns the final solution. Okay, now let me run the code and check. Okay, we have some syntax error. um, Give me a second, guys. I'll check what's happening here. So this is the problem we are facing. Let me put that here. And after we have break function, this should not be included into the if condition, right? So let me run the code again and check. Okay, return is outside the function. Maybe. Yeah. Oops. Okay. Okay. I think we have tapped out actually. So I think this should work. Okay, we have no module heap. Sorry guys, it's actually heap queue, right? Let me run heap queue. Okay, there are some typos actually. List object is not callable. I don't understand. All the others are working fine, but heap queue dot heap push max negations ENC. Everything looks good for me, but I don't know what's the error here. Let me check them. Let me check. I checked the code, but I don't know what's wrong. Let me run the code and check again. Okay, this time it's working good. Yeah, this time it's working fine. So this is the code that we have written, right? So let me submit the code and check if everything works well or not. Yes, our code passes all the test cases and we have a runtime of 34 milliseconds, and it beats 69.04% of users. Okay, that's a decent number. We won't say we have done pretty much good, but that's a decent number. Okay, so that's how we solve this problem, by using the heap and a greedy algorithm. By always picking the most frequent character and making sure we did not violate any rules, we ensure that the result is both valid and as long as possible, right? If you enjoyed this solution, give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe to Code Streak Daily for more coding challenges and solutions. If you want to maintain your streak in both Geek for Geeks and as well as in Leetcode, do subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon so that you don't miss any updates daily. And if you have any solution more efficient than this, do put that in the comments. I'll surely check on that. And if you have any questions or suggestions, please do put it in the comments of this video. I'll surely check that. Until then, keep streaking, guys.